If in the brief moments we've spent with Komi so far that you've wondered what they would look like dressed in maid outfits, well, you have a peculiar mind, but also you should be satisfied because that's what we were getting in the last episode. A cultural festival that is going down swimmingly. Of course, that is if you also want to see, I don't know, maybe some new horizons are budding. But we will see. Mainly though, for the last episode, is anyone going to show up? New friends inbound? Or old ones becoming closer? Okay, we're still carrying on with the festival in the maid cafe. We didn't have enough time with it in the past episode. We need to see more. I'm surprised she even managed to continue with that sentence. Doing well if they got a 15-minute wait. Really rallying the crowd. Really working the people at 20-minute rate now. Okay. Forcing people to be aware of the cafe. Najimi! Najimi! Okay, that's fairly safe. Wow. Najimi seems to be some sort of business genius. Being able to draw in that many. I take it back. This is the moment where it really shines through. Just get Komi to go outside for a bit. She's got such a magnetic personality. Although I don't think it's meant to be quite so competitive. Okay. Much less of a walk. I feel as though Najmi has truly lost the plot already. Now we have some issues. Hi. I like how the librarian also came along to give swift justice in a legal way. Do you know the definition of legal yet? I feel as though Najmi has got this ability to just maintain complete ignorance to their own failings. I mean, it's just a school festival. It's not going to be that bad. That's just Najmi. Oh, now the issue starts. How is anyone supposed to jump out and frighten her? They're going to walk past. by the time you've come up with your plan. Four hours later, they're still working up the courage. Huh? I mean, we can get what it means just from the name. It's fairly self-explanatory. Let's see. Come in the site. This can only go well. Also, with such a large crowd gathered, of course, the Komi snowball effect is going to work wonders here. Now, I wonder what this is going to be aimed at. And how many people have just shouted out Komi? Going a bit further than everyone else has tried so far. Silence. Went down without a hitch. Not dissuaded in the slightest. I feel like she needs. It needs a moment of self-realization. But how do you force? 4 hours later. Much later. Ah. Pop. They're going to really have to strain their ears to hear this one. Meow. Neko. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Everyone's gonna be at the, Neko maid. Oh. A successful failure. Where exactly did Najmi just keep those ears? Also, I'm surprised. Just a little. Tadano hasn't been forced into them. I wonder why it is being forced. We're never to be seen again. I really think Najimi is overplaying the suffering there. I wonder why that would be. And that just came out so naturally, didn't it? Of course, leave it up to her to... Oh, she's not actually wearing the ears anymore. Cut through Well, it shouldn't have been. How do you get lost and find yourself in a small plastic container? I think that's a bit more than just airheadedness. But of course, with the song playing, she's trying to wander off already. Yeah, yes she is. What fun times they're having. Survive and get ice cream. I like it, but is the ice cream really really worth it? Shame. Plus, it wasn't really much of a caricature, it was just a portrait. Yeah, they were out here just enjoying the day. They weren't. Wait, how did she hear that? Or what? Oh, saw it out the window. Sounds like a good concert. And for the light shining through the window. Why, indeed. Maybe ask, Big Sister, whatever her name was, to explain it for you. And the winners are... Oh, actually getting a drum roll. Now, how the hell did they pull that off? Disqualified. How are you going to pull this one off, Nejumi? You screwed us! We don't get a prize because of you. Maybe because Komi wasn't the reason for them losing the prize. Oh. Now we just have like a slow jazz dance party. There's a... It seems one of them had a bit more killing intent. Yeah, but there's not going to be much of a buffet left after this. Yeah, but how's Tadano just going to ignore the opportunity to dance? One way to find out. Also, does he still need to be wearing the wig? Well, on top of everything else as well, but... But how's everyone going to God, wipe down those hands. Gonna react with Tadano being the one that took the lead there, asking her to dance. Everyone just having a bit of fun. Trust Najmi to cut through any sort of tension in a matter of seconds. And just like that, a commotion was caused. Everyone had to go home. Well, good thing for class president. Hang on, karaoke. This... yeah, no, yeah, I can see that. So this is gonna go well. If she's already having issues talking, singing in front of everyone will be a... God damn it! So after every... Oh yes, I'll have a decaf mocha with vanilla cream. Blah, 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 all that bollocks. No attempt was made in this one. What the hell was that? How many songs does Komi know there? Everyone seems to be having a pleasant evening. I don't think it matters if she can sing or not. They're still going to just... Oh no. You're going to be enjoying her standing up there. Glad we didn't have to hear it. Once again, people coming up with their own explanations. Let's see. Let's see how this one goes down then. 92 points. Having flashbacks. You know, it's easier to sing along with to... Nursery rhyme. Someone really needs to start calming her down before she burns a hole through the chair. Auditory hallucination. Zero points. There's been a mistake. The beef or chicken? It's better than beef or fish. And are we actually going to... We are actually going to hear a song. Everyone else was cut off. No one cares. Well, almost no one. sometimes that's really all it matters. You don't want to please the crowd. Just the ones you care about. Yeah, I actually think being able to utter a word or two would make her actually be able to win one, finally. 0 points is not hard to beat. Wow. Trying to go in quite hard for that. Yay! Why does it sound so condescending? But he's just finished. There's no turning down an offer like this. It's basically just going to be the same as when he was singing, isn't it? Well, everyone's still going to be able to hear what Komi was singing, though. But I think, when we started off at the shoe lockers, do you think Komi ever believed it would be possible for her to be in a karaoke bar booth with so many friends? She's really trying to be so expressive, although most of the time it is just being startled by everything. That's the cat. Yeah. Why was it just staring up at a full moon? But it doesn't mean they don't want to. Having a photographic memory in the way of the the photo of keeping dear that festival, the fun they had, and a list of every friend she's managed to obtain. I do feel somewhat of a kinship with that thank you message just then. This is good. Let her continue. 24... No, you can't be meta now. Actually, I need to... 24 seconds, okay. She's getting there. Perfect. They said 24 seconds. 24 seconds. I didn't expect the entire of this episode was going to still be covering the cultural festival, the maid cafe, the potential criminal investigation into Najumi's illicit dealings. But I'm sure glad about it, because we got to see quite a lot. Not only just enjoying a nice time, not even just a nice backdrop, but characters all coming together, even if they don't know it. Except in Tadano's case, still very few that even acknowledge his presence. And I think all of this wouldn't be possible if he hadn't woken up at his desk. But the way that everyone still fawns over Komi is a little unnatural and a bit weird, but in a show like this, sure. It's that discrepancy between her wanting to just have a relatively normal life and some friends, and everyone putting her on some sort of pedestal as some untouchable god, which would just make it harder for people to approach her and try and have that kind of normal, friendly relations. And despite getting the class completely screwed by not giving them the grand prize because of totally legitimate business dealings, Najmi got out of this relatively unscathed. No one... Well, maybe because they're just kind of focused right now on Komi and her singing, but everyone seems to have forgotten how Najmi completely ruined it for them. Maybe they will suffer for it later. I do wish that at points, if I could have had the same kind of social skills as Najmi, but if that's the kind of trouble it gets you into, maybe it's for the best that I don't. Now, I can only really speak for myself here, but as was stated there, everyone that feels their chest tighten in social interactions, gets a lump in their throat, knees go weak, light sweat maybe. Well, I can't exactly say it gets easier because I still struggle, but the world and people really aren't as scary as you build them up in your head. And what really helps is, well, people like you. Everyone that watches these videos, even if they don't know it, have really helped me in the past couple of years. And those of you that leave comments or even on a part of my Discord, I really need to thank you for where I am now. Both in terms of the channel and myself. I just hope that should the time come that I go to some sort of karaoke bar, everyone doesn't pay attention to me. Tadano got off quite lightly and lucky. No one wants to hear me singing. And so if you have some sort of warm, fuzzy feeling after watching that, and I can understand why, consider letting me know down below. Now, you may be aware there is actually some more Komi really quite soon. Wonder what I'm gonna do. You may want to subscribe to the channel to find out. Turn on notifications. If you already subscribed, check the notifications. YouTube does some crazy things sometimes, such as blacklisting my channel. So if you want to make sure extra careful, consider joining up to my Discord. Every time a video gets released, link goes out. Easy. But for now, let your voice be heard. I'll see you in the next one. And through successive small attempts, something large can be formed. I mean, just look where I am now with my channel, and it is all thanks to my patrons, because they really are the push forward when I need it, so I pretty much owe everything to Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Ginterman, Jennifer Rojas, Di Fiero, Alvin Garson, Enrique, Defender of Segs, Mwaha, Dark Shadow 7899, and everyone else. I just hope you don't abandon me when the consequences of my actions come knocking.